Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back as we go into the third round of our G1 style tournament. We have some big matches coming up later this evening. We kick off with Naomi and Bianca Belair. There's a lot of 2 points going across the women's division. People trying to...
It is most definitely a stalemate situation. As we mentioned in the last Group A round, it's still everyone's chance to win.
Yes, we've got 2 women at the top, 2 women at the bottom. Everyone else is at 2 points.
Yes, Dakota Kai and Shayna Baszler being the top 2 at the Group A. And Asuka and Billie Kay, unfortunately, being at the bottom.
Yeah, it's one of those big matches coming later tonight, as that I mentioned, will be Asuka versus Dakota Kai. One trying to get off the mark, one trying to cement their lead. And similarly in the men's division, we have Bryan and KENTA with the same position.
Not only that, but we do have the Battle of Ireland versus Scotland. And McIntyre versus Bálor.
That's also a battle for first place, as both men are at 4 points.
But for now, it's time to see the EST of WWE. I hate saying that phrase.
The EST of broken hair physics.
Yes, I still don't know how that hair got through.
And the EST of not quite being able to do moves properly.
The EST of opponent to fucking Sasha Banks. Yeah, there we go. Got there in the end.
I would say one of the less anticipated matches for this WrestleMania, but honestly, this WrestleMania is just awfully built in general. It's a great sounding card. It's just all the build is awful.
Looking forward to Bobby Lashley versus McIntyre. We'll say that.
Yes, but the build is still awful because they broke up the Hurt business for no reason.
Well, you know, I've been saying.
And then got Baron Corbin involved. Oh, that makes everything better.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not.
By the way, just so everyone's aware, Baron Corbin was barred from this arena.
I swear to God, if he shows up now after you say that.
We made specific order for that to happen. He will be fined if he appears.
I don't think fines are enough to stop him, honestly.
Oh, it will be when I say the number to him. Don't worry. This with an early lead for Belair, but Naomi trying to recover for getting overwhelmed by the power of Bianca Belair.
This is a high athletics contest, I think.
This is definitely the battle as well of the wavy hairs and weird hair physics in general.
Yes, it's not a WWE game without weird hair physics.
Yes, I think these two both epitomize it. You can see a lot just phasing through the body.
Triple H banned purely because of hair physics.
Yeah, Triple H is fine. Yeah, we tried to go for dropkick in the corner, missed the opportunity. Tries to regain the momentum.
Fez
press.
Raining shots down.
Trying to go for the pin, doesn't even get a one.
Just forcing your opponent to kick out, take that energy, and clothesline to the outside for a troubles.
Yes, when we talk about Bianca Belair, we are talking possibly one of the strongest women in the Group A. Definitely up for contention with Beth Phoenix.
There's a strong amount of power game and a high amount of athleticism in this side of the women's division.
Most definitely. Not only that, but you have a lot of strikers as well, in the form of Kai, Baszler, and Sonya Deville.
Dropkick brushed off, went to run in for something, but got caught off. Naomi hitting I want to say a Frankensteiner, honestly.
I believe it could have been. Hydrosign and Hurricane Runners are very confusing. Goes for the event. Pop a kick to the back of the head there.
Yeah, been seeing a few people hitting that measured kick to the kick around the side of the head.
I mean, statistically, it's a great way to just wear
Yeah,
down the
it
opponent.
has been proven very effective. Bianca
Yeah,
Belair taking too long taunting Naomi.
there's the drop kick Naomi was going for earlier. Finally gets the opportunity.
Yeah, third time's the charm on that one. Back into the
Naomi,
corner, back out of the corner, and maybe looking to hit it. The split leg moonsault.
nails it straight from the corner. Doesn't want to capitalize off it, though.
No, I think she is, but I don't think she's in the right place for this. In the feel the glow submission. Little close to the
Yep.
ropes, but no, Bianca's tapping. Naomi getting the points off of the submission hold.
Yeah, from the corner as well. Not a very common place for submission to happen. But the Feel the Glow kind of just locks the arms out of nowhere. It stops you reaching the ropes.
That split leg moonsault driving the wind out of the opponent and then tying them up, as you said, tying up the arms so they can't reach to the ropes.
Yeah, it's like a knot. Your arms are put behind you. You just can't move them.
And Bianca forced to tap. But that has Naomi joined the 4 points club.
Yes, joining first place for the time being. We could be seeing 2 competitors with 6 points at the end of the night, but any lead, even the most temporarily gained of one, is still good to have. So congratulations to Naomi. Yes, with that theme, we know who it is. It is the gold standard, Shelton Benjamin, who, might the pun, has been kind of the dark horse of Group A with a victory over Samoa Joe in the first round.
Yes, currently sitting at 2 points with that victory of the first round. Unfortunately, not quite able to get a win over Ricochet in the second round.
Yeah, she's got to think MVP a bit annoyed by that. But we've said it before, Benjamin is one hell of an athlete. One of the most veteran here.
Are we saying this is why MVP and got kicked out?
Yeah, he got jealous.
Got mad that he didn't get into the 4 points club.
Maybe.
Although
Yes, we totally a fake babe.
yeah, and Sami Zayn, unfortunately, on no points so far. First time,
Yeah.
arguably getting a little bit screwed over because of Johnny Gargano.
You're just saying that because he's your choice. Bear in mind.
Even if one of your choices were getting attacked, I think we have to keep that asterisk there of they were attacked by Johnny Gargano.
Yes, but he still fought after the Gargano attack.
Yeah, he fought through it, but it's still an asterisk on the loss.
Yes, we're still investigating the Garganos. Candice did invade Group B.
Haven't seen them in a few weeks, though, so security seems to be doing their job.
Yes, they're also getting fined with Baron Corbin. Seems a bit fair because Corbin hasn't done anything, but hey presto. Yeah, Sami was unable to claim a victory over his last 2 opponents, them being Drew McIntyre and Daniel Bryan.
It does mean he has lost to 2 of the front runners.
Yes, 2 of the top guys in Group A. Immediately getting caught off guard by Benjamin.
Yeah, Benjamin just keeps cutting off Sami Zayn's attempts to gain momentum so far.
Yes. I believe Sami was able to... There's a
complete shot from Sami out of the
Excuse me?
into a snap suplex.
Excuse me, Sami. Copyright infringement.
Gimmick infringement,
Kane. Don't talk Kane, Jesus.
Roll up, counted.
Oh, good tick. Getting a 2 count. Could have stolen the 3 there. Gotta think that might have pissed off Benjamin. No one likes seeing their own finisher get used. Yeah, just look at the size of Benjamin. I keep forgetting how big he is. That's a height. Just pure body mass.
We've said it before. Shelton Benjamin, a very, very good all-round athlete.
Yes, there's a reason when he was in a tag team, it was called the world's greatest tag team. Not even just that. He was able to beat Triple H on his Raw debut after the initial draft. That separated him from Charlie Haas. He's a former wrestling partner of Brock Lesnar.
Running power slam out of the corner.
Not only that, but he is a former IWGP Tag Champion with MVP.
And what I will still refer to as the silliest looking move in wrestling, the foot DDT.
I mean, yes, but imagine it on Matt Riddle.
It would make more sense, but it still looks so dumb.
Precisely. Sami looking to amp up a crowd that I still think he might believe is a conspiracy.
Yes, the crowd itself is the conspiracy.
Yes, it's like little Jimmy.
Wait, is little Jimmy a conspiracy now?
Yes, totally. The Primos kicked him out the ring. So, definitely conspiracy. Beautiful suplex there. Bringing in the amateur wrestling background.
Sort of a combination power slam suplex. Just landing with the weight on the opponent.
I think a lot of people, I know I've brought this up already.
Blue Thunder Bomb, that could be it.
It'd be a surprise. Blue Thunder Bomb has put one person away.
It has won a match.
Which is still weird to think.
Yep.
I thought he was going for the Hoover kick.
No,
I think we know what this technique is.
Haven't seen this one in a while. Diving through the turnbuckles.
Yes. A brutal technique.
And an impressive showing. There's not too many people that can pull off a move like that.
Especially not. It's a huge risk. If you dive way too high, you're hitting that turnbuckle.
If your opponent gets the wherewithal to cut you off, you can get sandwiched between them.
Yeah, just European uppercut, and you just knock him out of the way. Regardless, I can't believe how big Benjamin looks in comparison to Sami Zayn. In terms of overall physique, he looks like a damn giant.
Yeah, Sami Zayn though, no.
Oh, super kick to the side of the head.
Yeah, it was just hooking around with that super kick.
That'll ring your eardrum. Not able to get a pin. Victory from the super kick.
Looking to follow up.
I think he's about to return a bit of revenge on Sami. Complete shot.
Pulling Sami away from the ropes.
Here goes the pin. Cover the two. Only a two from the complete shot.
Shelton can't be happy about that.
Most definitely not. Now, that was the technique that put away Samoa Joe, of all people. And yet it couldn't put away Sami Zayn.
Or could it put away Ricochet?
No. Might be a generational thing. I don't know. Zayn go with the rebound suplex. More like a rebound fucking arrow.
Yeah, chooses not to go for the pin.
Sami's not done with Benjamin from the looks of it. Benjamin will happily capitalize on that, though.
So take the contest back to the outside.
This is not going to be pretty. Double underhook gutbuster. Both
converging
momentum.
converting momentums, hitting each other,
Yeah,
driving all the wind.
Yeah, momentum, gravity, and mass all working on a very central point with the knees. Makes you feel like you get stabbed in the gut. Sami Zayn going with the exploder to the buckle there.
Running knee.
Sami
Sami
going for
catches.
the package.
Yeah, caught Shelton in the roll-up.
Not a terrible strategy if you can win and Noah, go for it.
And we're bringing back all the old Sami Zayn moves as the Koji clutch gets applied.
Yes, the Zayn is returning and it works.
Sami Zayn finally getting his points on the board, bringing out a bunch of old moves we haven't seen in a long time. Blue
Yeah,
Thunder Bomb, the diving DDT through the turnbuckles, and the Koji clutch for the win.
yeah. Not going for the haluva kick this time. Not a
Yeah,
single attempt at it.
yeah, he's been relying that move on a lot for the past few years. We haven't I don't think we've seen the Koji clutch since he came out of NXT.
Do you think maybe he thought about the height of his opponent for doing it? Because Benjamin is taller, so he has to lift his leg up way higher than he
Figured
normally does.
Yeah, I think it'd be a lot easier to put on submissions to hit diving moves like the diving DDT and hitting, than trying to hit a running kick to the face of a taller man.
Yeah, and this is why we say that he's one of the smartest people in the roster. He knows when to bring back techniques, but more importantly, he knows when to apply them. Congratulations, Sami Zayn, finally on the board. And so she arrives, Zelina Vega.
Yes, more contests from the everyone kind of has 2 points side of things.
Yes, Vega was able to pick up her first 2 points against Bianca Belair, who lost earlier today. It's unsuccessful against Sonya Deville, however. Here she hopes to claim some victory.
And it's just these matches trying to create some diversion, some variance in points as we sort of thin the pack. Ruby also successful in her first round match and unsuccessful in her second round match.
Indeed, Ruby Riott was able to beat Beth Phoenix, the WWE Hall of Famer, who came up short against Shayna Baszler, who has just been on a tear in Group A.
And I don't know if we've brought it up so far this series, but if we do end up at the end of the 9 rounds of round robin tournaments with any ties will be determined by who wins, who won their match. So if for example Shayna gets Shayna and Ruby end up with the same number of points, Shayna would go forward because Shayna won their match.
That is a fair thing to look into. Zelina probably bringing in a bit more animosity than usual.
We have talked about the varying styles across this side of the bracket, and this is going to be a bit more of a lucha heavy one. Although Ruby also quite a heavy striking game as well.
Indeed, both of these contestants know how to fly, but the advantage will always go to those with the luchador background. Not only that, but you have to think the size of Vega makes her more efficient. Less weight to carry, more distance you can go over.
Yes, which might want to put Ruby's strategy in more of the striking game.
Most definitely. She was unfortunate with the striking game in her last contest, but it is still an effective strategy nonetheless.
Yeah, but we can't say we're too surprised losing in a striking contest against Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, that's like being challenged to weightlift against Mark Henry. It's just not going to happen.
Early pin attempt. Not quite getting a one.
Yes, the Riott squad seems to be low-key forming in Group B. Last contest, Liv Morgan was assisted by Sarah Logan.
Yes. I'll have to wait and see if any of them come to help Ruby or not.
I mean, it's definitely hard to say. Liv and Ruby, I know, are friends, but gotta think. Maybe they don't want to fight each other. Beautiful spiking DDT from Crouched.
Yeah, that short DDT getting you a higher angle on the head.
Vega was looking to set something up, gets knocked straight out of it by Ruby.
Dropkick avoided. Sends Ruby back into the corner. Might be looking for it again, but again, Ruby managing to cut off the offense.
So far, this has been quite the back and forth. Trying in the third corner, unsuccessful in 3 corners.
And we said about the lower, the being crouched giving you a higher angle on the head for the DDT. I think it's
Yeah.
even worse for the Hurricane Rana.
Yeah, that one more poison runner, I would imagine. Just spiking on the head. Going with the sends on into a pin. Only a 2 count, though.
Yeah, it's closest fall so far.
Looks like Ruby is trying to set up a riot.
Yeah, rings up the arm, goes for the riot kick. Gets Zelina away from the ropes. Will this be enough?
Trying to capitalize. And indeed, it is enough for Ruby Riott. The first non-submission victory of the day.
Still not sure what Zelina was going for in the corner, but Ruby definitely had it scouted 3 different attempts. And was able to hit that senton to drive the wind out of Zelina. When that wasn't enough. The riot kick connects square on the temple. That is enough for the 3.
Yes, Riott will be joining the temporary 4-point club. Again, might not even be in the lead at the end of the night if Baszler or Kai win their contests. But any lead is a good lead. So congratulations, Ruby Riott. So it's come to my attention that so far my choices have been pretty bad.
Yeah,
At least this week.
you've not been having a lot of luck in this round.
Well, you know what? I'm guaranteed points this round. So it's all good. It's all good. We'll salvage it.
Yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura making his first non-main event match of the tournament.
I think that speaks to the caliber of my picks, though, to be fair.
It certainly
The fact,
speaks to the caliber of Shinsuke.
I mean, yes, we could dodge the truth, but I mean, it's not that it was a coincidence. Just Shinsuke's had great matches so far, win or lose.
I mean, even
This is the man who beat Shawn Michaels, for crying out loud.
I mean, even this is a amazing matchup. It's just there's so much stakes higher on the card. Like,
This is a low key. I wish there was an IC title match on the line. Because I can picture it. God damn it.
Yeah, be a hell of a IC division. And I certainly could see
Yes.
these two at the top of it.
And these are definitely two of the best men to come out of NXT. And two men that I think everyone by now knows I am a huge fan of. Especially this guy.
Yeah, I too am a very big fan of Ricochet.
He's getting robbed in real life. I'm sorry. He just is.
Yeah, like when they were building up for the match in, I think it was one of the Saudi matches where he had a match against Lesnar, and they were
And he lost. Yeah, it
yeah,
was. It was a
but
crown
building up
jewel
to it,
and he
they were giving him a
lost.
lot of really good showings on
Yeah,
TV.
they had. Yeah, they made him low blow Brock Lesnar for Christ's sake.
No, they were giving him a lot
Oh,
of really good showings on TV, and I was watching. And my dad doesn't watch wrestling, and even my dad was impressed by the stuff Ricochet can do.
I mean, his first match. Let's be real. It was the North American Championship inauguration match, the ladder match at Takeover New Orleans. That was a fucking 5-star match. And yes, a lot of it was due to the rest of the competitors, but Ricochet definitely got some hell of a good movements in there. Then you look at his rivalry with He Who Shall Not Be Named, and the fact he can jump the ring and land on the entrance ramp. He's a freak of nature in the best way.
Yeah, one of the king of strong style, one of the best strikers in the business, squaring up against one of the best high flyers in the business.
And both very familiar with the concept of a G1 tournament. Nakamura previously competing in the G1, but Ricochet being one of the standouts at Best of Super Juniors.
And for I'm not sure why, but I feel like necessary to just shout out Will Ospreay in the existence of this match.
Yeah, especially with the Best of Super Juniors.
I mean, the best
The
of the Super
match that
Juniors, the ties to chaos, or the former ties to
yeah,
chaos by this point.
yeah. Jeff Cobb stares at you angrily for mentioning it.
The Great Khan continues to be a really weird gimmick
This is
for an
a
actually decent
weird
wrestler.
a weird undefeated gimmick. Then again, so is Switchblade Jay White, but hey, who judges?
I like the gimmick Switchblade. I don't know why he suddenly turned into a pirate.
Because he's Paul Burchill. Just go with it. Both of these men with a bit of a striking ground. You wouldn't believe so with Ricochet, but he can definitely get those kicks in.
Yeah, has had that strong style training.
Yes, Ricochet obviously has a high flying advantage. But that's not to dismiss the grounded style of Shinsuke, a man that was so good in MMA, he was nearly offered a UFC contract. Ricochet going with the kick, beautiful rebound.
Yeah, almost a kick of the king there, or a
Yeah.
beautiful disaster, depending on who's doing it.
Yes, as I mentioned, he can definitely put those strikes in, and he can even combine them with the high flying to
Yeah,
add even more momentum.
using the ring and the ropes to his advantage.
Yes, this is the NXT contest I wish happened but never did.
As you mentioned earlier, this is the mid card title match that should be existing.
I'd argue it could also be the main title match.
I mean,
In it,
I wouldn't disagree with you.
but that will never happen because apparently Ricochet's not good enough. I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know how they managed to not think Ricochet is good. As again, I will consistently tout he is one of, if not the greatest high flyer in the world.
It's just a sad reality.
Rebound into the German suplex.
Yes, Ricochet looking to get the points. Both these men, former United States champions. Ricochet earning his by beating the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Which feels apt to say, given his opponent. But yes, this will be the first singles match of these two competitors.
And as we were
Never
talking,
faced each other before.
I'm pretty sure Shinsuke Nakamura just hit a Kinshasa and Ricochet kicked out.
Yeah, Ricochet is a tough customer.
Yeah, let's not underestimate the resiliency of either of these men.
Interestingly enough, Shinsuke Nakamura has lost any match against Ricochet. These have always been tag competitions.
Godbuster hooks up. Must have inverted triangle.
You know, submissions have been a very successful win condition so far, with 2 submission victories in Group A.
2 submissions tonight. We had the multiple sharpshooter victories last week.
Yeah, the sharpshooters had a bloody royale. Shinsuke denying the physics of the ropes.
Hitting a guillotine knee drop to the back of Ricochet.
Yes, this is the wear down style of Shinsuke Nakamura. Now going to the middle rope. Is he going to try to go for a top rope Shasa?
Yeah, middle rope Kinshasa. He normally follows. No, he's going to go straight to the pin. Hope's that enough.
He strongly believes our referee for the evening somehow changed, by the way.
Yeah, don't know who this guy is. I think Kenny needed a
Yeah,
break.
yeah. I've only just realized. Wait a minute.
Benadrylla hits.
Beautiful kick to the side of the head. That'll make your eardrum ring.
But maybe not as much as another Kinshasa.
Yeah, maybe not can toss it to the front of your head. Nakamura with the pin for the Kinshasa. Reclaiming the glory of his victory against Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. A fantastic win. A little more hard fought than his previous, having to hit multiple Kinshasas to get it.
Yes, Ricochet comes from the hard to put down school of hard knocks. Same school as Leo Rush.
Again, has
And it
more
can
of that
show.
strong style background.
Yeah, Ricochet's able to take a lot of damage before he goes down, but unfortunately was not enough for Ricochet. Falling to the king of strong style in this contest.
Impressive hard fought victory there for Shinsuke. Puts him in the 4-point part of the bracket.
You know, I've never prayed so much for a victory in my life, but I'm hoping for Billie Kay's sake she gets one tonight. I truly do.
Yes, yet to get on the board is Billie Kay.
She's just not had a great time of things, even with her friend Peyton joining her. I blame the neck armor.
Oh, okay. That's a interesting choice to blame.
Yeah, the thing around the neck. Yeah, it's gotta be. It's
I'm pretty sure she
either
doesn't.
that or the referee's incompetent. One of the two.
I doubt it's either of these things. I honestly I'm more surprised at Asuka being at the bottom. than I am Billie Kay being at the bottom. As great as
May I
Billie
remind
Kay
you just
is,
continuing?
I am still more surprised at Asuka being at the bottom than Billie is.
Look, she's the most employable person on the roster. Surely that means something.
Well, one of the most employable facing one of the most professional.
I think she still got a black eye after losing to Baszler.
No, that's makeup.
Yeah, you claim what you want to claim.
Yeah, it's lost in the first round to Baszler. Won in the second against Zelina.
Yes. Unfortunate loss to Baszler. Why am I saying unfortunate? Probably predictable in the scheme of things. I mean, it's again Shayna Baszler. Yes, Billie hoping to claim points. Me hoping she claims points.
Sonya taking advantage of the ref not looking. This is likely going to be a strike-heavy contest with
Most,
Billie more of the powerhouse side of striking, with Sonya more of the accuracy side of striking.
most definitely still got a bit of the suplex game from Sonya. Got there in the end. It was definitely a punch versus kick kind of striking contest. Not to say that Deville lacks in terms of kicks, but mainly just because of that big boot that Billie Kay employs.
Yes, we know Billie Kay likes to apply that big boot. Does it fairly well, I'd say. As you said, Sonya not averse to kicks herself. It's hit with a brag breaker. The ropes drop down. Shoulder tackle. Some of that power game I mentioned from Kay.
As I've said, Billie Kay is one of the strongest women in Group A. Not saying much when we have people like Beth Phoenix and Bianca Belair, but still something to note. Middle rope arm drag. Not a technique we see often from Deville.
Phil might be looking to soften up the arm. Might be a bit too early to say that for certain.
Perhaps also wearing down the spine. Okay, just trying to get strikes in whenever she can.
Billie taking things to the outside.
Yes, we're getting a brawling contest. Hurricane Rod from Billie Kay there.
Yeah, excellent show of athleticism. Big roundhouse kick. Drop kick misses. Deville choosing to bring the contest back into the ring.
Yes. Suplex into the float over. Possible rope break there.
Looks for the triangle. Has the arm passed.
Getting the strikes inside the head to break the triangle.
Yeah, able to get to her feet. Gets the leverage and just planning Deville on her head, but ref
Peyton.
distracted by Peyton. That's
Case of bad timing.
yeah, that's a rare misstep for the Iconics teamwork.
There was the boot. And Billie's on the board. I'm genuinely happy.
That makes Asuka now the only person in the women's division of Block A to not score points.
That is hilarious, may I just say.
That is amazing.
That is fascinating. This is how you tell we don't book the damn thing.
Yeah, by the end of the night, Asuka is the only person on the. Either Asuka's the only person on points and Dakota's at 6, or Asuka finally gets on the board.
Either way, it's kind of a bad situation, isn't it? Each has a swing and a roundabout.
It's certainly a surprising set of events.
Especially if Baszler wins her contest. I mean, Baszler be the only woman with 6. That would just be intriguing.
Well, congrats to Billie finally getting on the board.
Well-earned victory, may I just say. A well-earned victory. Ah, yes. You know how you were talking about Asuka being on 0 points? Explain this one. How the hell is Shawn Michaels on 0?
I mean, you don't wrestle for years and come back and expect to win immediately.
I don't know about that. I think Michaels might have believed it.
I don't think he would have got involved if he didn't think he was going to be able to at least score some points.
But I mean, the dude's lost to, let's see, Shinsuke Nakamura, Ken Charleston in the face, and wasn't it Finn Balor by 1916?
It's not been a great run, but we have been seeing him steadily getting the rhythm again.
Still better than Saudi Arabia.
That's not difficult.
I mean, so far it has been for Michaels. Michaels might have his opportunity against the Samoan submission machine.
Yeah, mixed result so far for Joe. Still getting the rhythm again is Joe as well. Has made a couple mistakes.
Definitely. He definitely was the victim of an upset victory against Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, he chose not to keep hold of the Coquina clutch.
Suffolk. Joe going soft in his turn.
I think it's just ring rust. He's been on commentary too long.
There's that handy towel.
Useful when things get sweaty or bloody in a couple of cases.
Yes, trying to hit the crowd though, showing he won't surrender.
And Shawn starting this contest out showing some power against Joe. But I was not expecting a clean break from Samoa Joe.
I mean, if anyone did, they were thinking really, really daftly. Joe he's clean for the most part. But if he can take advantage, he most definitely will.
It's not cheating if the ref's not looking.
It's not cheating if you can't be disqualified.
And I think if anyone else can understand that mentality, it is Shawn.
Yes, this is the man who infamously threw Marty Jannetty through a barbershop window. He knows the limits. Hell, he even kicked Stan. Do you remember when he kicked Stan?
I do remember when he kicked Stan.
poor goddamn Stan.
These are two men that know how to push the rules to their limits without breaking them.
I still hear Stan's in a coma, by the way. Poor Stan. I mean, regardless, though, Michael's taking advantage. Though, Michaels has never been good against submissions. I mean, he's been good at applying them. / winning via cheating with them. Montreal. So maybe Joe has an advantage there, where if he locks a submission, he might just be able to take advantage of HBK's injuries and surgeries.
Possibly. Although the
So
one
far.
victory Joe has was with the Muscle Buster.
That is true. Both the Coquina Clutch and Muscle Buster do expose injuries pretty damn well.
That hard-seeking elbow drop.
Yes.
And a lion salt.
Wait a minute!
Shout-outs to Chris Jericho.
I haven't seen him do that in ages.
And for the first time this tournament, he's tuning up the band.
He's hoping to get it. And he does, right on the jaw.
Shawn might finally get some points.
Will this be the bittersweet symphony? No, it will not.
Joe managing to just about hold on.
Oh, the super kick from Michaels is in a class of its own.
Camel clutch now applied.
Joe.
Hands not quite locked.
I was to say that Joe was pulling on his "I'm going to kill you" face. So that's every face of Samoa Joe's.
Kick blocked. He's throwing his way into Shawn. Uranagi blocked. Can't say we're too surprised. Shawn knows counters to that one.
Yeah, Shawn, on top of being a phenomenal athlete,
Joe's
is one to
busted
trade
open
next.
from that stomp.
It looks like I thought we'd see a second elbow drop.
Oh, he's calling to his feet. Cross body. Hits high.
Goes for the pin. Joe has had a lot of contests where he's bled, though. And I always think he has a renewed figure when it happens. They're getting counted by Michaels straight off the bat.
High angle suplex into the ropes and tuning it up again.
He's looking for a very long symphony. Sweet chin music.
Seemingly right
This
on
time in C minor. Holy hell.
Seemingly right on that cut. Joe still. Joe still managing to power out.
As I've said, Joe gets renewed figure when he bleeds. He's one of the only men in WWE where if you cut him open, you awaken a murderer, as far as the ring is concerned.
Awaken the beast. Heel hook locked in.
Yanking on the heel there. Also yanking the knee. The one used for the sweet chin music itself.
Yeah, maybe looking to reduce some of the damage for if he has to take a third.
Yeah, so far the contest has been in Michael's favor, but you have to think two twitchy music put him away.
You mentioned Montreal. Too close to the ropes, I feel.
You have to with Michaels. It led to him adopting the sharpshooter.
We've also we mentioned how successful the sharpshooter was last week.
By the way, gonna steal it. Saito suplex.
Yes.
You can't call all of them.
One of the one of the best moves in the tournament, it seems. Or one of the most favoured.
I mean, chasing Japan, why not?
Joe getting caught taunting.
No tuning got the ban for this one.
Ah, just hitting it, falling into the cover.
Rhapsody of the chin. Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Joe not going
Joe,
down.
Joe is literally a crimson, covered in crimson mass. Still not out. 3 kicks to the jaw for crying out loud.
Joe will not stay down.
Wait a minute. Joe just got up.
Caught the crossbody.
Holy hell.
Almost a world's strongest slam.
Oh my god, Joe, how the hell?
Shawn not caring. Crucifix pin.
Come on, Joe. You know, I didn't even pick Joe. I wanted to pick Joe. This is why.
Yes, both of these men are my picks, and
holy hell! How if Joe wins this, I have to give him every bit of credit in the world.
yeah, shotgun knee drop.
Oh, we've seen a deadlift.
High angle power bomb.
One of the best in the business when you think of how much strength you need to lift a man from grounded up into the air.
Shawn looking for it again. Not too near the ropes this time.
We're not in Montreal.
Are we gonna have another sharpshooter victory?
No!
We are.
No, I feel sorry for Joe.
The sharpshooter, apparently the MVP move of the tournament.
Yes, so far Cesaro and Natalia both bringing out their worksheet. Then again, both either trained by the Heart Dungeon or related to those of the Heart Dungeon or teaming with those of the Heart Dungeon or managed by those of the whole Heart Dungeon. The Heart Dungeon really brings a lot of sharpshooters. Holy shit. But unfortunately for Joe, he survived a torrent of super kicks.
Yeah.
3 entire symphonies of them.
Managed to get out of that crucifix. In the end, it was a sharpshooter. That gets the heartbreak kick to finally have some points.
Yes, but we have to give credit to Joe once again for that endurance.
Some incredible resiliency shown from Joe. Taking that much to put him away here might say a lot to the tournament going forward.
Yes, fingers crossed for Joe, but for now, Michael's finally on the board for 2 points. From one Hall of Famer to another, we move to the women's side of things for Beth Phoenix's 3rd match in Group A.
Yes, and though Beth has 2 points to her name, she has a bit of a mountain to climb as she is taking on one of the leaders.
Yes, Phoenix was able to beat Ruby Riott, who won earlier today but was unsuccessful against Asuka. That's not true.
Asuka doesn't have any points yet, unfortunately.
I'm just stumbling over the fact that Asuka is still in last place.
We're all very surprised at the the current standing of Asuka.
Yes, Beth Phoenix, one of my choices, the tournament, fighting my leading female in the form of the former MMA fighter and the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler.
Yes, the woman I might say is one of your best picks.
I mean, to be fair, I think I picked 20 good picks. So, just saying. But I definitely think Baszler's been the best performing of my picks. And someone I could see reaching the finals without issue. One of the best NXT Women's Champions of all time. One of the best submission wrestlers in the entire women's roster. The accomplishments just bring themselves. But will it be enough to beat Phoenix and become the first person in the entire tournament to have 6 points? That's the $1 million question.
Yes. Or will Beth manage to power through Shayna's offense, join the 4-point club, and be the first to beat Baszler in the tournament so far?
I mean, I would like either victory, to be fair. I think Baszler can afford to lose one match and still end up winning the contest, but having Beth would give me a bit more flexibility.
It is rare to see someone completely tear through the tournament and score points in every round.
I mean, I can see Shayna being one of those that does all 9 rounds successfully. You know, Shayna's fought a lot of competitors, male and female, has got victories against them all.
Ankle lock applied.
Yeah, has a surprisingly effective submission technique.
Trying to work on the
Not
base of the, I would argue, stronger woman.
Yes, I'd definitely say Phoenix has a lot of power when it comes to suplexes. But I wouldn't discredit the strength of Baszler. It just comes from a different methodology.
Yeah, we've spoken before that Shayna's on hard hitting strikes, they're accurate strikes.
I mean, to be fair, they are also quite hard strikes.
Yeah, but it's not a strike for the sake of power game. It's very much a strike for accuracy sake.
Definitely, it's making sure you hit and then amplifying the damage. Not just swinging wildly in hope. It's going for a spear, gets countered. Should have thought better than to spear Miss Copeland. Beth going for the same technique for the 3rd time.
Yeah, working on that arm quite a bit. Maybe trying to cut off the offense. Knows the Coquina clutch is, it's there. And it is an arm, it requires her arms, it requires the strength in the arm to keep held in. So maybe targeting the arm is a wise decision.
That is true, but I still think Baszler can survive the arm wear down. But this is someone used to the octagon. What they're doing, they put into the tree of woe. First time we've seen that this tournament.
Not sure if that's the case. It's certainly one of the few times we've seen it.
It's very rare. Go with the wheelbarrow suplex. Into a submission.
Yeah, almost a modified surfboard.
Straight out of it though, Baszler. Doing better than to just stay in the submission. Oh no. Gotta see it. Glab slam.
Connects. Goes into the pin. And that's enough.
Surprisingly so. Baszler getting shown the ropes, so to speak, by the Glamazon.
Beth just managing to out-muscle and out-power Shayna's offense.
It is definitely an unfortunate loss for Baszler, who was on a 2-win streak.
It puts our last match in the women's division having even higher stakes. Dakota Kai could be the only woman in the tournament with 6 points.
Yes, or she could stay within the 4-point club.
And Asuka could finally get off the board, off the starting blocks and onto the board.
Only time will tell, but for now the Glamazon successfully showing why she's a Hall of Famer with 4 points to her name. Well, folks, if you want to be deafened by an audience, this would be the time. Because it's Daniel Bryan.
As Daniel Bryan, one of the 3 men currently undefeated through the tournament. And the other 2 will be in our main event.
Yes, which should almost guarantee a winner. I say this because if it's a draw, well, we'd have again 2 people tied unless Bryan wins this contest.
And we've been mentioning a bit how Kai and Asuka has the stakes of one is at 0 and one is at 4. Well, this is the same stakes. KENTA also not yet able to score points.
Yes, Kent has had quite the poor showing, may I just say. He lost to Bálor in the first round and lost to McIntyre in the second, which is kind of ironic.
Yeah, both KENTA and Sami Zayn losing to our front runners. And KENTA,
Yes,
though, now having the opportunity to lose to all 3 of the front runners.
most definitely that would be kind of embarrassing, it must be said. Yeah, you gotta think Kent is not too ecstatic with his overall performance. But still hoping to pull through at the end. Still being essentially 6 points down would be a terrible place to be.
As KENTA looking to cut off the lead, cut off the undefeated streak. And most importantly, finally get some points on the board.
But to do so, he has to beat the leader of the Yes movement. The crowd will not be on his side. We know this from experience. The Yes movement will ring very loud. Still is at the back of the arena, but nonetheless, can Kenta shake that off?
If KENTA doesn't win, he will be the only man in the A block to have no points.
This is a contest of significant striking.
It's both men proficient strikers, especially when it comes to kicks.
Most definitely. These are people that are very good at using their legs.
Daniel Bryan looking for the knee plus and the lock of many names. KENTA looking to apply the go to sleep.
Most definitely. The last time these 2 men fought each other, 2008. Kenta being victorious against Daniel Bryan. Or should I say Bryan Danielson?
Just for an idea of how long it has been. Series of kicks into a spinning back fist sends Bryan down.
Yes, this contest Another fun fact, this is a Ring of Honor Classic, with their first match being in 2006. Kenta completely missing.
Yeah, Kenta misjudging the aim on the flying clothesline.
But yes, this was the last match of Night 2 of Glory by Honor 5. Took place in the Manhattan Center. Of course, WrestleMania may be a bit more higher stakes, but nevertheless. In fact, Samoa Joe was also there that night, ironically. So I think that gives a little bit of insight as to how long the
I believe we might have lost my co-commentator for a second here.
Sorry, what I was saying was these two competed the same night Samoa Joe back in 2006. So there is at least 30 years experience in this ring. Has my mic done a Vampiro?
No, we got it the second. We got it
Oh
now.
my god. I thought I was Vampiro for a second.
Yeah, no, like
I was concerned.
the tech guys to fix the headset is
Damn it, Striker.
Kenza hits the kitchen sink.
Yes, we have some tech people apparently.
Go behind.
Yes.
German suplex.
Yeah, beautiful German, no bridge though. Kenta perhaps realizing it sent Bryan to the corner. Only a 1 count from the German. As a gust of wind blows through the commentary booth.
A hell of a kick from Kenta.
Yeah, it's not a haluva kick, but it is definitely a hell of a kick. Still only a 1 count.
Yeah. Daniel just getting the shoulder up. Don't have to do much to break a count.
Yeah, I mean, it's still early pickings. We're at the 4-minute mark. I think Kenta needs to release a bit more animosity.
Goes for hesitation.
The,
Goes for the hesitation drop kick. Mixes it entirely.
There's a low angle hell of a kick.
Looks to get him off, but Bryan has it scouted.
It's weird to think trajectory of these two men's careers, having battled each other previously. But now Bryan is one of the hottest things in wrestling. Maybe Kent a bit. What's the I'm looking for? Annoyed by that?
Both men plagued by injuries at different times. Just completely different tonal shifts in their career.
Indeed, at one point maybe Kenta could have been the thing. Perhaps it's why he's been a bit more animalistic towards Bryan. Bryan does the yes kicks. And to win off the yes kicks. And he does.
Yeah, doesn't even need the knee plus. Doesn't need the label lock. Just a strong series of kicks, and Kenta cannot be happy with that at all.
Not at all. Bryan takes the lead in Group A. And Kenta has to go back potentially to the drawing board on a 3-0 losing streak.
As the only man in the A block to have no points. Not quite out of the tournament, but definitely going to have to rethink his whole strategy, his whole plan.
Yeah, Kenta's just been falling behind, losing to the is missing techniques there.
Yeah,
completely missed a drop kick.
Failing to hit that hesitation drop kick, and then Bryan was able to have the wherewithal to block him trying to get up for it's the fireman's carry for the go to sleep.
As I said, the last contest, Kenta won, but that was 13 years ago. For the yes movement, before the no movement. Bryan is a hell of a machine, and with this victory, he will be taking the lead.
High stakes points matches continue. Asuka looks to finally score some points. Does not want to be stuck down where KENTA is.
Yes, I mean, it'd be funny if she was at the bottom, to be fair. I'm not saying I want to see it.
Well, both of these women are my picks, so honestly, I'm kind of happy with either outcome. Either I cement like a solid lead in the women's division, or one of my better picks finally gets points. I'm not like I'm pretty much win-win here.
I hope Asuka wins. That's all I'm saying. Because then I'm not totally behind.
As if Asuka wins, we have no 6 points on the women's side.
No pressure, Asuka. Not a single bit of pressure.
Asuka winning does keep the side a lot more open.
That song is catchy.
It's my ringtone for a while.
It's no longer the ringtone. No one please call to check.
No, it's currently a Capcom vs SNK stage theme.
Fair. And here is the surprise frontrunner of the tournament, Dakota Kai.
It's looking to mirror Daniel Bryan and kick her way into 6 points.
Yes, the inaugural NXT Women's Tag Team Champion.
For as long as it lasted.
Yes. Never mind the fact that it lasted less than 24 hours. Just go with it. It's still a championship reign, I guess.
It counts.
Unfortunately. These two ladies go underway. Both strikers. Both suplex machines in their own right.
Yeah, Asuka went for a Saito suplex. Kai got out the back door and hit one of her own. Off the turnbuckle. Fireman's carry into the knee.
But yeah, as you were mentioning during Asuka's entrance, she has not had a great time at the tournament so far.
No, very unfortunate instance in the first round. Getting distracted by Carmella's loss of physics.
Yes, losing to Naomi, something that should never happen. History of Earth.
And then Asuka and Shayna are experiencing the same fate of the being overpowered by Beth Phoenix.
Yes, Beth Phoenix has kind of come out of nowhere, looking to cement her legacy. Can't go with the chin lock.
Yeah, chin lock, cranking the neck. Looking to wear down Asuka. That's for a pin.
Yes, was hoping to maybe warn out Asuka. A bit too soon, in my own opinion.
Well, again, we've mentioned before, making your opponent kick out also does, it does soften, it forces them to exert energy.
Yeah, but when you do something like that, you don't even get half of a count. I want to rethink it.
Big roundhouse kick there. Drop kick to the back. Bouncing Asuka off the turnbuckle.
Going with the power bomb.
Falling into it, putting all of the momentum behind it.
Kai looking for a modified sharpshooter of sorts.
Yeah, Texas Cloverleaf.
Is it bad that we've had so many sharpshooters? I've started calling everything a modified sharpshooter.
I mean, in a
Probably.
way, a Texas Cloverleaf is just a modified sharpshooter, so.
Yeah, just be realistic.
Goes for the around the world running
Go with
kick.
that technique there. Again, it's not a hell of a kick. It's a hell of a kick. Though, go over the pin.
Asuka staying in it.
Only a... Dude, you've always got to be wary of Asuka's Asuka lock.
Kai goes for it again. Will she get the three-peat with the chiropractor?
It's been an effective technique. And it's worked.
Dakota Kai is your only woman with 6 points. As Dakota Kai sets herself in the leader of the women's division. And Asuka stuck at 0.
Yeah, so let's just keep track. You are both winning and losing the same division.
Yeah, it's amazing, and I think everyone would be surprised as to which way around the winner and loser of that statement is.
I think Dakota's going to eventually lose steam, to be honest. I think she's had good 3 matches, but I think maybe the competition might get more heated as a result. Now knowing there's a leader to knock off the perch.
Being in front does set you a target on your back, but Dakota Kai with the momentum in her like the wind behind her sails, the momentum in her corner. Dakota Kai, your leader in the women's A block.
To quote the WWE's original intro, "Well, sir, we promised you a great main event." And I think this qualifies as great.
Yes, 2 of Europe's best, and 2 of the men at the top of the division. Looking to join Daniel Bryan up with 6 points.
Yes, 2 of the UK's best. Wouldn't go as far as Europe, but definitely the best of Ireland and Scotland. Coming in to battle this evening to hopefully claim a winner of the Group A men's division, or at least a tie with Daniel Bryan. Both these men on a 2-night winning streak. Bálor was successful against, let me just double check my notes, KENTA and Michaels. McIntyre successful against Sami Zayn and KENTA. But tonight, who will be the winner between these 2 men?
It is sure to be an impressive and hard-hitting contest.
I somehow doubt KENTA will win. That's all I'm saying.
KENTA has a very, very hard road to climb now. If he has any hopes. It's not complete, like, he's not mathematically out of it yet, but...
Most definitely not. He might have put his worst matchups behind him. But it gets harder and harder the higher and higher the points go.
We're starting to get to the point where if KENTA wants to win, he has to have a complete streak of the rest of the tournament. 12 points is normally whereabouts the winning score is laid.
Well, here's the thing. If either of these men win this evening, and win 2 more matches, KENTA literally cannot win. If he loses the next 2, it's impossible.
Yeah, he's not quite mathematically out of it, but he's very close to being.
Yes, depending on how he will survive Bay. And hey, looks like McIntyre's got some company.
Yeah, it's true. McIntyre came out to help Aleister Black in Aleister's last match in the B block. Looks like Aleister is sticking with Drew. Maybe hoping to
I
make them
mean,
the final.
Alistair was your pick as well.
Aleister's my pick. Drew's yours. This
What
team
the?
seems to be completely out of our control.
If it results in Drew taking the lead, I don't know who's in his corner.
It would be one hell of a final if these two men do make it. So I can't blame them for wanting to make that their reality.
Yes, it's a match that a lot of people, especially if you were watching the British independent scene, would be salivating for. But I imagine it wouldn't be Black versus McIntyre, but more so Galloway versus Tommy End. Especially the way these two men would go at it. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, this contest will decide the winner, or at least tied winner so far for Group A.
Gotta think the Aleister Black and Drew team up is a sound strategy. They're both in different blocks, so why not make a pact to meet in the final?
Well, here's the thing. I've been looking into it, right? And there is a history. These two, when they were doing the UK tours, they teamed up with each other. They went undefeated in house shows. Starting from Brighton and ending up in Riverside. I mean, sure, they lost in Sacramento, but, Canada is cuckoo land, so nothing new there. These two men have had a history. They've never been opponents before, though.
Existing mutual respect. Wanting to face in the finals of the tournament seems to have got these two to team together.
They've never fought each other, though. That's the thing. I think they're fueled by that. I think they want to know the answer.
Yeah, a combination between mutual respect and just wanting to finally find out who's better.
I mean, both men have one of the most devastating kicks. McIntyre with the Claymore. Tommy End, such as the Black with the Black Mass.
Yeah, the hard-hitting shot of the Claymore and the swift knockout blow of the Black Mass.
If they do get to the finals, I imagine they'll be lobbying for hardcore rules. I think they'll play with everything. Every single thing they could ever possibly want.
Don't imagine the commission would allow it, but we'll have to wait and see.
I think they'd definitely be lobbying for either way. Bálor with the drop kick.
As we've seen that move on in the past couple contests as well, it's proven very effective.
McIntyre was going to try get Finn on the ropes.
Yeah, Kenny actually in the way there. Rare misstep
See,
from
I
our
told you.
ref.
I told you. I said it a few matches ago.
I think we might need to give Kenny some more breaks.
Yeah, he's not overworked. He's just tired. That's all. Using momentum to launch McIntyre. You're gonna have to. McIntyre is a very strong, powerful person.
Bálor setting it up. Shotgun dropkick.
Very efficient technique.
The John Woo style dropkick, as they started to call it. And he looks to finish this.
Coup de grace connects. Let's put people away before. Not McIntyre, though.
McIntyre
just a 2 count.
Not even 2.9.
Not even a 2.9 count, man. That's gotta make you worry.
I was about to say Finn keeping momentum, but Drew just takes it.
It is one of Drew's special talents to just feed off of the situation.
Finn looking for it a
coup de
second.
grace.
Gets it.
Ah!
And Alistair
I'll
playing
get
dividends.
That's why you have someone in your corner.
That was a
Great
well-timed
timing.
distraction.
Black knew the situation. Bálor gave his switchblade. It's made Bálor have to rethink his strategy real quick.
A
Glasgow kiss.
Drops
Delivered
Finn.
The kiss delivered with love. Nearly a free count from the kiss.
But we know what Drew likes to follow that up with.
Ooh, power slam. Bálor's weakening up the head first. Not a terrible tactic.
Softening up his target. Taking aim. The
Open
Claymore
angle, but there's
connects.
1, 2. Oh, I thought it was a freak.
That was as close can be.
That wasn't even 2.9. That was 2.99. Holy hell. His fingers so nearly touched.
Looking
But it's
for
the
it.
technique that get away. 1916.
And 16 to the back, gets him up. Off the ropes.
Goes for the drop kick. Bálor seeming to waking up. Gotta be careful. Tommy Enster.
Feeling the crowd going to the top, looking for the...
Not
for an
coup de
elbow.
grace.
Yeah, welcome for an elbow drop. Misses either way.
Oh,
It's a nasty
that
landing
is a
against the ropes.
That is a painful slam. Remember, your face is hitting the floor. You could break your nose so easily.
Yeah, that's a nasty slam when you're not bouncing off the ropes on the way down.
Bálor picking up Drew. Drew capitalizing with a DDT with elevation. Looking to play with Bálor.
Just sawing across against the ropes.
Relentless strikes. Oh. Into a modified power slam. McIntyre just looked to wear down Bálor. Just to knock the wind out the sails.
This has been a hard-hitting contest.
Oh dear. Some shades of Sheamus.
Yeah, white noise or air raid siren or kryptonite crunch, depending on who you are.
Depending on your flavor of the choice.
I'm caught.
Yeah, that was English.
Shot to the midsection.
Well, this is a technique we've not seen in a while. Future Shock! The Future Shock DDT! Dropped right on the head for the victory.
Drew McIntyre joins Daniel Bryan up at the top.
Oh, the end paid his dividends with that brilliantly timed distraction, it must be said. It was the right timing.
Finn showing he's no slouch, kicking out the Claymore.
Yes, but think about it, McIntyre more so, kicking out at 2 coup de grace and a 1916.
And I've just looked ahead, and I think I know what our main event is in 2 weeks' time.
Oh, let me just see if I can read that one.
We have Drew McIntyre and Daniel Bryan next week, or in the next round.
Oh, Vega, who wins that? That's going to be very interesting because Bryan will be fighting Bálor in round 5. Very interesting. McIntyre, though, showing why he is the Scottish psychopath. 3 wins to his name, no losses. This is the new McIntyre.
I look forward to seeing how the seemingly pact for the pact for the finals between Drew and Alistair continues going into next week.
Most definitely, Alistair might want the help against Andrade, considering Andrade is the man who beat Alistair for the title back in NXT.
Also,
Only time will tell.
yeah. Also next week, Kevin Owens and Lio Rush have their battle at the top of the card.
And that's not to cement the women's division. Paige will be looking to secure 6 points against Liv Morgan, or at least hoping to maintain lead. But for now,
and Alexa Bliss looking to leave Asuka as the only woman with no points as she takes on Lacey Evans.
Indeed, there's a lot to build in Group B, and there's only one way to find out what happens. You'll have to tune in. But for now, it's User Products with my colleague, Alex Angel, wishing you the best.
Tara.